Welcome to Brother Be Well. This is the BB Dub Youth Chat Series. I'm very excited to talk about our topic of discussion today on how to stay balanced. I'm your host, Justin Martinez, and with me today are some fantastic guests. We have Brother Be Well Clinical Advisor, Dr. Michael Houston, and we have our amazing youth guests, Mustafa Al-Swain and Jaren Taylor. Thank you all for joining us. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Going good.
It's going good.
Very glad to hear that. Excited to be here with you all. Let's jump right into it. I have a question. You know, this year has been crazy. This world has been crazy at times. In this day and age, how do we find balance? And can we find balance?
I'll go first. I think it's necessary to find balance. For me, growing up, I've always been interested in sports. So I've always been playing sports like football and soccer. Then I also take IB, AP classes. And then along that is just finding that room for entertainment to where I could really just relax and enjoy myself. So it's almost as if balance is a necessity for me in order to just get through the day. Because I feel like it's really important to find where you can still achieve all your goals and you can just live a relaxed life, but you need to find that balance to where you're not overstressing yourself on one certain subject.
Adding to that, to me, I have a schedule, so that goes really well with balance because there's a certain time for everything, and I usually don't want one thing or one certain thing to dominate everything. I don't want to play games all day long where I have a ton of work to turn in or a ton of homework or actually have to do a ton of chores, and then they will keep adding up, and then it will be very hard to finish them. So I like to have a balance, an equal amount, so it would actually work out for me, and it works well with the schedule. So for me, I have an equal, and not too much work because I will burn out, and not too much rest because I'll get lazy and not actually do the work. So I have this balance. It keeps me going, and it keeps me, let's say, well congruent on all my subjects, all my grades, and everything else. So it kind of improves me.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. And I was gonna say I think that like being balanced, I try to stay balanced in like 4 or 5 different areas: emotionally, spiritually, financially, mentally, and physically balanced. And so for me, like getting up in the morning, praying, meditating, helps to feed the inside, feeds the heart, feeds the mind, and then I can just get ready for the day. Maybe do some exercises physically to get the heart flowing and get things going. So, and then the others would come on later in the day too.
Mm-hmm. What are some other factors or aspects to stay balanced in? Like, would financially be one as well? You want to be financially balanced also, and how do we find that financial balance? Dr. Houston gave us good points: emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, financial. What else? What other things are there to be balanced in?
I believe one of our problems nowadays is entertainment. We have a lot of people playing in. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Right.
We usually play games, and then 2 hours fly by and we don't realize it. 5 hours fly by and we don't realize it. And then it's next morning, 5 o'clock, and you're still playing the game. So that is one of our problems nowadays.
Wow.
Good point.
To the video games.
It's that same encounter with video games and like technology that you can also have with your friends, where you just hang out with your friends. You forget to text your mom where you are, and you just lose track of time. By then, your parents are angry at you. It happens all the time, and it's just you don't really realize it up until the point where you're like, okay, maybe I may have made a mistake being on here or being with my friends for too long. And you just gotta find that place where you can say, oh, is where you can stay grounded and like, okay, I gotta do this by this time. Then maybe I can exert some more effort and some more hours onto something else. but you mainly want to stay in general, like on task and keeping that balance to where you're staying grounded and you mentally know where you're at.
I like that thought, Jaren. So would you say that maybe staying balanced is doing what you need to do before what you want to do? That's kind of the theme that I'm hearing from you guys, like with your schedule, Mustafa, Dr. Michael Houston, those 5 areas that you want to stay balanced in are necessities. Back to Jaren's point, those are necessities for us to achieve and accomplish every day. So every day we're waking up trying to seek balance because we don't know what day the day is going to bring or what is going to be heavier or lighter or what is going to happen next. So finding our own balance is setting ourselves up first, and that's self-care for what I'm taking from it and what I like to do to keep myself balanced. You know, I'm really huge on cold showers or cold to rebalance myself, you know, because I work out, I read, I'm applying to grad school. I love my family. I don't get it all done every single day. But one thing I do stay balanced in is that self-care practice of jumping into the cold water, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed. And I just had one of those days and I rebalance myself and I just and I love it. And then I just feel reset. I feel reborn. I feel rejuvenated. And then I'm ready to just go and attack whatever's next.